Super Dave here with another Super Dave review. It's Super Dave here with another exciting Masters of the Universe review, and today is a Mondo day. Actually, it is a Clawful day because we're going to be looking at Mattel's Clawful from the 2000X line, the Origins Masters of the Universe 2000X, but this is the one we really want to see. It is Mondo official 1/12 scale. Look at this huge box, 1/12 scale. That means it's a 6-inch scaled figure. It says Masters of the Universe on the side there. Clawful deluxe figure. Got a little write-up on the back there. If you'd like to pause and read that, you certainly can. And he is a big boy, and he's an iconic character from the 2000X line. One of the cool things about the 2000X Mike Young production, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, is we got to see a lot of the characters more often. You know, in the Filmation, you got to see characters here and there, mostly Beast Man and Merman and Trapjaw. And in season 2, you got to see some like maybe, you know, Web Store and Clawful some, and got to see Spike Orr, you know, and different ones, but they were sporadic, especially a lot of the He-Man good guys. I mean, you know, you didn't hardly ever see them consistently, regularly in episodes, but in 2000X, you saw them a little bit more regular, and this guy really stood out as being a big boy and really iconic looking. And so this is a timed release, special edition deluxe Clawful from that 2000X line of Masters of the Universe. So let's go ahead and break open this big boy and come over here to
Snake Mountain and check him out.
And now it is time to take a look at Clawful. And we're going to first look at their accessories. In our cartoon collection, Clawful from the 2000X line Origins, he does not come with any accessories, just his body and his claws, just everything you see here. But he does come with a little collector card, and this collector card has a nice little card stock, hard cardboard type backing that shows the figure and the logo, and then on the back has a little storyline, so to speak, for Clawful, warrior with the grip of evil. And apparently Clawful has some underwater brethren, and of course we have Merman over here, and we'll join some other figures in here in a little bit. But yeah, we've got our 2000X Mondo Clawful next to our little Origins cartoon collection. Now, both of them look good, but this one is epic. Oh man, is this epic. It looks like a statue. Doesn't look like an action figure. It looks more like a statue. I mean, this could easily be a statue instead of an action figure when you first glance at it. Look at the base and everything that it comes with. Of course, he comes with his traditional, like, scepter type green club. He also comes with some little animals, like this little crab thing here, blue with spikes on its shell, looking cool. Really neat. He also comes with this like scaly fish with legs and a tentacle. And he comes with 3 head sculpts. He comes with this more cartoon looking Clawful head with green eyes and horns on his nose, mouth closed with some cartoonish looking teeth. Then he's got this more like realistic, I guess, big head that has white eyes and realistic teeth that look like they need work at the dentist. And look at that tongue. Wow, it's even wet looking with wrinkles and texture. Looking amazing there with some crustacean type effect on the top of it. looks like maybe a little bit of horns on the nose. And then we've got our more traditional looking clawful face. And then we've got our more traditional looking clawful head here that looks epic. Just look at the teeth and the eyes and the neck muscles. Man, I mean, this guy is jacked, and the shell on the back is just looking so cool all the way around. Look at those feet. And then look, something's coming out of the ground. Looks like, what's that thing called? Devil? I don't know, that Marvel action figure. But anyway, just instead of sawed off horns, it looks like he's got horns coming out of his jaws there. But that's looking pretty interesting too. Little rock formation. And I'm going to show you that in a little better way here by removing that. Looks like there's some coral on the back here, possibly. Look at the little snail looking thing there. The black bottom. Give a closer look at whoever this is popping out. Rock with some formations on the edge. Then take a look at that. That's cool. All that's molded in. There's a hole to be able to stick the stand arm, which it does come with a regular stand, a black stand, one of those Mondo 1/12 style Mondo stands, and that pops out of that hole, and you could plug it in to the back of this and use this, because these little pinchers have soft rubber on the inside to protect the paint of your action figure, which is pretty cool. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 bending points and joints, so that's pretty cool, not counting the claw. So that's nice. And that pretty much is all of his accessories, but really truly that is a lot. And just really cool. The heads, just the way he looks, that awesome base, these little characters that were sent with him that come from the ocean, just really neat. And I would say this could be one of his minions, or his, you know, what did it call him on the back of it? The underwater brethren. Yeah, he could be a smaller minion of this Clawful in a lot of respects. But just take a look at him from head to toe. He is intimidating. He is impressive. He is just amazing. Let me show you his side profile here. Just looking really impressive, really unique. They've just gone above and beyond with this character, in my opinion. And look at this back, that shell all the way down here. It's just so epic. Really cool. Look at that claw. I mean, are you kidding me? It's just amazing. Amazing. This is the head that I like. I'm not that crazy over the other two. We'll take a look at them in a minute. But now let's do their articulation. All right, bringing in our 2000X cartoon collection Clawful here. We'll see that he's able to look up about that much. He's able to look down. He's able to get head pivot because of side to side. And he'll be able to turn his head going that way, because the fact that the peg goes in this way, it's backwards as far as the way normal heads do. Instead, you know, different things. So he turns at the waist like most Origins figures. He still has the ability to go 360 with that big arm on both sides. He's going to be able to strike a T-pose, which is good. No diaphragm anything there, no bicep swivel. You do have a single jointed elbow that gets the swivel at the elbow as well. Just a single jointed elbow there. And you get a swivel, a hinge, and a joint at the claw for the small claw here. And then over here, same thing, single jointed elbow, which gets almost no range. Well, yeah, it does. I had it backwards. It does get pretty good range, and it swivels, and it has a hinge at the giant claw. So he's going to be able to chomp it down there. He'll get full splits. He's going to be able to have a little bit of thigh rotation. He'll be able to kick up that much, not kick back at all. Single jointed knee, swivel at the knee, swivel at the boot, swivel at the foot. He'll go up that much, down that much, and has rockers with a peg hole in the bottom. And like I said, just single jointed knee there that also swivels. I don't know if you saw the boot cut there, but yeah, that swivels. So yeah, pretty decent, you know, average 2000X Origins cartoon collection articulation. This one has a little extra because of his claws. Now the head, let's see, comparing to the cartoon, yeah, not the most realistic in my opinion, but close. Now let's put him back here and bring on in the star of the show. Wow. I mean, can you just believe it? I can't hardly believe it. I'm just in awe technically at this figure in a lot of ways. He's going to be able to look up that much, and all of that is in that ball joint. He's going to be able to look down all the way. Same deal here. He's got a peg coming out forward, so his normal turning the head will be head pivot, and then the normal pivot will be turning the head. But he does good on both fronts, which is really cool. No turning of the neck of any kind. This is all static and molded, but it looks super good. Just look at the shading and the paint they did on this guy. Face is a little bit on the shiny side, but just look at those eyes. Now let's see how he looks next to his cartoon counterpart. Yeah, that's doing it for me. This is even more realistic though. He's going to be able to get full 360 with those arms, and yes, he is going to be able to get a T-pose, but check this out. He has bicep swivel. He's got, let's see, yeah, double jointed elbows, but only get about 90 degrees basically. He's going to be able to swivel and has a little bit of a hinge, a ball joint hinge there at the wrist, and also has a joint at the claw, just like the 2000X cartoon collection one did. But this 2000X Mondo edition has much more range, as you can see there. So that's really cool. And yeah, you don't get a whole lot out of that double joint, but it is present, as you can see. And the shoulders do really good. And let's go ahead and take a look at this side bend. It is different. You have that humongous bicep swivel. Let's see. It's really tight. Mine was a little frozen, but nothing a little hair dryer could not fix, but glad that it worked free and broke free without breaking the peg that goes in there. But that is a massive bicep, and it has an awesome bicep swivel, so that's good. Nice shoulder joint, as we said. Everything's good and tight in here. It's squeaking there. Double jointed elbows over here too. This one gets better than 90 degrees, which is quite amazing. Now this rotates up here at this crustacean spill over here of the shell. You can see that it's like it's all worn and you know, definitely battle damage, but it does rotate there. Let's see what else it does here. Of course, it has the ability to open up, so that's so cool. Yep. So that is amazing there. All right, moving these giant arms out of the way and even the head up a little bit. Let's look at this diaphragm, because this is where it gets interesting. Just look at this back shell here. Looking dynamic, looking really good. So he's going to be able to bend back about that much. He's going to be able to bend forward about that much. See if he rotates. Yeah, he rotates at that diaphragm shell part. Now, there's also a ball joint in the waist down here. And so that also rotates. And so if you combine the two together, he's going to be able to bend over a lot. That's using the waist and the diaphragm. Just look at that. He's able to pretty much fold himself up, which is really cool. And then you have to shift this loincloth down a little bit. He can even bend back better too. Look at that. So excellent, excellent, excellent. You can even see that ball joint now down in there. You move the loincloth a little bit, but yes, superb, superb work as far as being able to execute a seamless break that you don't hardly even see either one, but yet gets excellent bendability. And they just utilized all that decoration of the shell, and the muscles, and the paint, and the shading, just to hide that, in my opinion, like an expert, just dynamic. Just look at the shading on that shell again there. It comes down the back, and it does look like that there is a way to remove that. Maybe, let's see. I don't know why you would want to, but it does look like maybe not. I don't think so. I don't think, nope, I don't think it is, unless you pop the body off and remove it. I don't think you can take that off. But look at this, even this part has detail to it. Really neat. The shading around this part here, see the little logo there, the rivets, the leather looking tassels that came hanging down. Now let's go over and look at these legs. He's also going to be able to get full splits, and he's got big giant like ball joint coming out off from the crotch into his thigh. So that means he's going to be able to get full thigh rotation that's built up inside there. He's going to be able to kick up, let's see how much, about that much, kick up about that much. Let me straighten him up so you can see that a little better. Yep, that's as far as he's going to kick up. He's not going to kick back as far as this thigh part. Looks like he's just got single jointed knees, which that's fine. I believe that's right. Yep, single jointed knees, but you have the rotation at the knee, just like we saw with the Origins cartoon collection. But that joint will bend back about that much, bend forward about that much. You get the angles just like you're supposed to. Then look at that foot. It's going to go down that far. It's going to go up that far. And you're going to get excellent rockers. Wow. And just look at how nice and big that part is. There's the heel, which is not supposed to touch. It raises up slightly there, and you see the boot coverings there, so to speak, or the shin covering, which is cool. So yeah, impressive feet. Impressive feet. Really nice. See, he's got a little Mondo logo etched in on the bottom. Just really well done. The crustacean look on these legs and into the red that bleeds into the browns. Just looks so neat. So cool. I mean, this figure moves good, feels good, dynamite quality, weighs a ton. Just a outstanding action figure. I'm just so impressed with him. Bravo, bravo. I mean, this is perfectly done. I mean, it just goes without saying, a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Just well done on this. Now let's check out the head very quickly. Oop, it popped out everything. Let's don't do that. Hold on just a second. All right, so the good thing about this head is it does kind of look like it's the same head, same idea, you know, same design, just with an open mouth. So that makes me like this head even better, because this is him in attack mode. I really like that. Just take a look at that. So he'll look up that much. He'll look down all the way. and he's still going to get his head pivot, still going to look side to side. So that is really good. I like that. I like it a lot. Very cool. Now let's go ahead and look at this second, or third technically, head sculpt. This is the one that's kind of weird. Maybe this is the Mondo style, so to speak. They always kind of give their flair on it. I'm not that crazy over this one, but it is bigger, and it's not a bad look. Almost looks like those eyes are glowing in this light, but they're not. They're just bright green, but they look pretty cool when you pop him on. I actually like that. I actually like that a lot now that I popped it on his body. It's kind of brings that head to life, doesn't it? It looks neat, but it does look almost more cartoonish, and I'm not sure if that is more close to the cartoon. Let's look. I think the other one is, and the other one looks more, if you'll forgive the analogy, more classic. So I'll put on this regular head, but just look at how much bigger this head is than that head. Isn't that amazing? It's odd. Yeah, it's wider and deeper. This one has more of a matte finish, almost a satin, whereas these are very shiny. So that's kind of interesting. So yeah, I really like this one, but I like this one better because I like the serious, angry looking Clawful, the evil looking Clawful that can really go at it, see? So yeah, that's cool. All right, now let's do some comparisons. And here are our Clawfuls. Here's our 2000X Mondo style Clawful, looking so awesome and intimidating. Oh man, just look at him. Just so epic. So epic. And then you have our classics Clawful, which he did have in the head pack a different head that looks a little bit more like this, but not as detailed, but he's got a cool claw. But man, this was always the definitive Clawful in a lot of respects until this guy. Wow, I mean, isn't it amazing? And even though it's supposedly patterned after 2000X, this is one of those characters that you could just say, hey, this has outdone everybody. I mean, here is the Filmation style Clawful with his cool horn that, you know, coincides with that episode that Clawful was, I believe, want to say he was debuted on. But, you know, epic action figure, looks simplistic, looks like the Filmation cartoon. And of course, this is the 2000X that looks like the Mike Young production cartoon. But let's take this one away, the Filmation one, and put in our new Eternia Masterverse Clawful. Now that became my definitive Clawful. I love the new Eternia Clawful. Love the big claw, love the big shell on the back, love the way they did everything, even the head, even like the way they did his feet here. They just really did a great job, the way they did his legs. But yeah, of course, Mondo blew him out of the water. And it's the same scale, but you know, Clawful's supposed to be a big dude, and New Eternia got that right. But Mondo, they took it to another level because he is amazing. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and measure this Clawful on in and see just how tall he is. All right, let's go ahead and see just how tall this Clawful is exactly, from the base of his foot to the very crown of his head. We're almost, let's see, yeah, I think it's 9 inches. Yeah, 9 inches. It's either 8 3/4 or it's 9 inches, but I want to say, I'm looking straight on at it. I know you're at an angle at the camera. Yeah, it may actually be 8 7/8. So right at 9, I'm going to say right at 9 inches. So wow, he is a big boy. It's for sure. I'll show him to you right beside the New Eternia Clawful, and I'm going to even bring his legs in a little bit. You can see just how much bigger this Clawful is to the New Eternia Clawful, who is pretty good size himself. Awesome. And here's our Clawful next to our Mondo He-Man. I do have a actual Classics, 2000X Classics head on the Mondo body, and I apologize for those that don't like it, but I like that head on my Mondo. I think he looks really good. And the cool thing about this is, you know, it's in scale, because even though Clawful's maybe 2 inches taller, because I think this He-Man measures in right at 7 inches, he is definitely in scale, because Clawful's supposed to be this big and intimidating and powerful being, especially in the 2000X. So I like it. And you can still see the exaggerated muscularity of He-Man. He's still big, even next to Clawful. But Clawful is exaggerated in his big girth because of he's like a giant crab. And it's coming at you, crustacean. And that's so cool. Awesome. Just look at them together there. Very awesome. And here is our Clawful next to our Merman here. And boy, is he not looking good beside him, because this is the New Eternia, the second one that we got that's a New Eternia Merman, but he just is so detailed and so neat. I love those eyes that follow you, and I love his outfit and the shading that they did and his head. And I think that he goes, is, you know, even though I know the Merman's going to look different in the 2000X line, I think they mesh up well together here. It doesn't look too out of place. It doesn't look too overwhelming. I think with the shading and the way they did this New Eternia Merman, I think it goes very well with this Clawful, in my opinion. I like it. And now it's time to have some fun, because here is our Shark Man. And he is I think he was a Build-A-Figure with the Marvel Legends, or it may have even been Toy Biz, I'm not sure, but I think it was Marvel Legends. And I put a different kind of loincloth on him to give him more of a Motu look. But I love partnering Merman and this little guy from Fortnite. It's basically a man's body with a little fish bowl as the helmet, but it's got a fish in it. And I love that. Look, it's even cracked. It's got a bandage on it because I like to flesh out a storyline of this dude being in charge. He's the brains of the operation. And kind of a sub-story to Motu is this dude is the brains of the operation. He is obviously part of the ocean life. And you have Merman, who is a minion to Skeletor, but this dude is a minion to no one. He's his own criminal bad guy mastermind under the sea. And so once in a while, Merman and Clawful join this dude, and his sidekick or his minion is Sharkman. Sharkman is not Skeletor's minion. Sharkman is this dude's minion, and nobody knows his name. They like to joke around and call him Pet Fish and, Fish in a Bowl, Fish in a Tank, or whatever, but and he don't like those names, but he is a criminal mastermind. So here's Clawful and Sharkman. Look, Sharkman's even taller than Clawful. So that's really cool. He's one of my favorites. This shark, he's got the fin on the back. He's got the fins. He's got or the gills, I mean. He's got the teeth. Oh, man. Opens and closes. He's just so epic looking. And I think he goes along with this Clawful really good, actually. So here we have some of our amphibians, some of our ocean life with Merman and our little criminal mastermind fish along with Clawful and Shark Man. Cool. And thank you so much for joining us for this Super Dave review as we got to look at this amazing Clawful by Mondo and even one of his brethren here and then some of his, ocean friends. But they are cool, and thank you again for joining us. Like, subscribe if you haven't done so, and comment if you have something to say. We'll look forward to seeing you next time. Here's some photos in the photo gallery. Be blessed.